High school sports on Ticket TV is brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street, Bangor, Union Street, Bangor, and Wilson Street, Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Hidden Meadows Golf Course in Old Town, where golf is for everyone. Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center in downtown Bangor. Heroes is the place to be. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. UMaine Athletics. For Black Bear tickets, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-BEAR. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's best driver's education for 56 years. Ticket TV is also brought to you by Darling's Auto Group, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Bangor Mall Cinemas, Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, Doors Equipment Company, Union Street Towing, Pushaw Energy, The Fitch Company, Bennett Auto Center, The Growing Place, Hillside Athletics, UMaine Early College, Bangor Tire Company, Old Town Redemption Center, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Traditions Golf Course, North Star Waste and Recycling, Bar Harbor Hannaford, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Hopkins Energy, Coastal Auto Parts, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Hammond Lumber Company, First National Bank, and Thomas College. Now let's get you out to the action on Ticket TV.
Question for you. Yep. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Coffin Field here at Brewer High School, and welcome to high school softball on Ticket TV. Today we feature a Class A North semifinal matchup between the Edward Little Red Eddies and the Brewer Witches. Red Eddies a record of 11-6 overall. The Witches are 12-5. Welcome in to the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth. Jim Churchill along with Ernie Clark. Great to have you with us at 929theticket.com or on your ticket app. This is the Northeast Driving School pregame show brought to you by Northeast Driving School, the leader in driver training for 56 years. Register for your course at northeastdrivingschool.com. Well, Ernie, here we are. We are back here at Coffin Field. We were here the other night for the quarterfinal matchup between the Hamden Academy Broncos and the Brewer Witches. Brewer walking it off with a 6-5 victory over the Broncos in that 3-6 matchup, and now the Red Eddies come to town off an upset win.
Yeah, the only upset. Yep, the only upset of the quarterfinal round in Class A North as they knocked off the two-time defending Class A North champion, Oxford Hills Vikings. That was a 7-4 victory for the number 7 Red Eddies over the number 2 Oxford Hills Vikings. So they come in with 11-6 as their record. 6 of 8. They've won 6 of the last 8 games and 4 in a row. Brewer has also been on a pretty good streak to end the season. Won 5 of 6 and 7 of their last 9 after actually an 0-2 start to the season. So two teams that are playing their best softball of the year right now. They did meet about 3 weeks ago, May 21st, at Brewer, right here at Coffin Stadium, and Brewer with an 8-7 victory in 8 innings. So if that's any indicator of what's to come, it's going to be an exciting game that may go down to the wire.
And you see the other semifinal matchup, the Bangor Rams taking on the Camden Hills Windjammers. High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by Greenway Equipment Sales. Greenway Equipment Sales in Ellsworth and Bangor. Nothing runs like a deer. And we're also presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Main Street in Bangor, and Union Street in Bangor as well. Let's take a look at the rosters for these two programs. We'll start with the visitors from the Red Eddies. And Ernie, as I said before the game, I just realized this is a bit of a spooky contest here.
Well,
we have a mascot, a ghost mascot.
And a witch mascot.
And a witch mascot.
Should be playing this game on Halloween,
That's
I think.
right.
But maybe they do on the soccer field. But a fairly young team, 5 seniors, 3 juniors, 4 sophomores, 6 freshmen, a couple of whom start for Coach Elaine DeRoseby. And we'll see how that's actually a pretty good blend in terms of classes. No, not dependent on one particular class, but getting some help from all the classes. Now they'll try to ghost the Brewer Witches.
There you go. And now to the Witches, head coach Skip Estes.
7 seniors, 4 juniors, 2 sophomores, and 1 freshman on the squad. And again, a pretty solid season so far in terms of getting to this point with just 5 losses in what is a balanced Class A North. Bangor, the number 1 seed, had 4 losses, and so you've got a bunch of teams, for the most part, somewhere between 4 and 6 losses, which tells you that there's been a lot of close games and a lot of unpredictability in the season to this point. But we do have the top 3 seeds, 3 of the top 4 seeds still alive, and we'll see if the seedings hold here today, with Brewer looking to get back to the regional championship game.
High school sports on Ticket TV, presented by Next Home Experience. Next Home is the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. And we're also presented by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Call them at 942-2226 or visit LevesqueSupply.com. All right, we'll take a time out here in the Northeast Driving School pregame show. Up next, we'll look at the program histories. This is high school softball on Ticket TV.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And nobody knows better than our loyal customers. Since 1994, our family has proudly sold and serviced John Deere products. Our customers know that quality and reliability set John Deere apart. And right now at Greenway, take advantage of this offer.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 84 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
I order your vehicle. I appraise your vehicle. I sell you a vehicle.
I finance your vehicle.
I insure your vehicle.
I protect your vehicle. I deliver your vehicle.
I order parts for your vehicle.
I repair your vehicle.
I paint your vehicle.
I service your vehicle.
I wash your vehicle.
You'll do better at Darling's.
Welcome back to Brewer High School. Great to have you with us here on Ticket TV. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark, and our Ticket TV team. This is game number 130 of our Ticket TV schedule and the final game of our broadcast for the 2024-2025 season. And we appreciate all of the support you have given us, and we look forward to this matchup here today, a semifinal softball contest between the Brewer Witches and the Edward Little Red Eddies. High school sports on Ticket TV, presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be, the official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Let's take a look at the program histories. We'll start with the visitors from Auburn.
Yes, the Red Eddies state championships back-to-back in the late 90s, and a runner-up shot in 1979, which included what I would guess would be a Western Maine championship. Last year lost to Skowhegan in the semifinals, and they're back here in the semifinals again this year. Same record as last year, actually 10-6 regular season record, and they're 11-6 after a quarterfinal win earlier this week.
All right, now for the Brewer Witches. There they are.
Yeah, a couple of recent state championships in 2018 and 19 to go with the title in 2008. And they've got 4 regional championships that didn't end up in a state title back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, one per decade there. Lost to Oxford Hills in the quarterfinals last year. Have got beyond that point already this season with a slightly better record. Compare a 10-6 records leading to this season's 12-5 record going into today's game.
High school sports on Ticket TV presented by Hidden Meadows Golf Course, 240 West Old Town Road in Old Town, where golf is for everyone. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get you the starting lineups and the first pitch. High school softball on Ticket TV.
Maine's largest network of parts just got a little bigger. Coastal Auto Parts, newest location in Bangor, has all your automotive needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Whether you're a professional mechanic or just need a little help, find everything you need all under one roof. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you with friendly service and expert advice right here at 200 Sylvan Road, just off I-95. Drive in, stock up, and hit the road with confidence. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
With Thomas College, it's possible to earn a degree in 3 years and a master's in 1. It's possible to find yourself graduating career-ready through one of the nation's first guaranteed jobs programs. It's possible to become the future you, the one you dream to be. Because for 130 years, we've been dedicated to helping students unlock their possible. Because we're in the business of possible. That's Thomas College. Unlock your possible at thomas.edu.
Maine football's purpose and belief are represented in the One Direction arrow. The arrow is a reminder that it takes all of us working together to be the best. Blackbird Nation, join us as we work in one direction towards victory. One team, one state, one direction.
We've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. Right now, Darling's has lots of trucks and lots of great deals. Mavericks, Rangers, Lightnings, dozens of F-150s, and powerful workhorses of the Ford Super Duty line. Our staff will find the perfect truck for you. Whether you're buying a new truck for the family, work, or fun, we've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. You'll do better at Darling's.
2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped. Get sold. Next Home Experience.
Welcome back to Coffin Field here in Brewer. Two teams have been introduced. You heard the national anthem here at Coffin Field, and we are just a minute or two away from the first pitch in this ball game. Let's get you the starting lineups. Ernie will deliver those to us.
Yes. First for the Edward Little Red Eddies at 11-6, Elizabeth Galway, the catcher leading off. Emily Poulin at third base. Lexi Kelsey at center field, or in center field, batting third. Cassidy Lobb, the pitcher. Can't even read my own writing. Batting cleanup, Kylie LeBrun at second base, batting fifth. Lauren Bolduc, the designated player, will bat sixth. Chloe LeBlanc at first base. Nellie Feeney in right field, and Allie Mishu in left field will round out the batting order with Violet Vincent, the flex player, at shortstop. For the Brewer Witches, their lineup, batting order, looks like this. Paige Oakes in right field, Jordan Williams at catcher, Jillian Ford, the shortstop, Olivia Bragdon at third base, Emma Jameson at first base, Audrey Lupin, the designated player, Sarah Young, the pitcher, batting seventh, Olivia Gilmore in left field, and Madison Shaw in center field, with Taylor Grant, the flex player for the Witches, playing second base.
All right, thank you, Ernie, for that. And now let's get to the keys to the game. They're brought to you by Darling's Auto Group. What do you think, Ernie?
Well, I think these games, once you get to this point of the season, these teams played a one-run game earlier, back on May 21st with Brewer winning, but it really comes down to control on the part of the pitchers and defenses as much as anything else. These teams have proven they can score against each other, and most of these teams that are this far in this season in the North have been able to produce quite a few runs, averaging 6 or 7 runs a game on average, which these two teams have. And how many of those are earned and how many of those are unearned may go a long ways in determining who will advance to the regional final.
All right, Sarah Young in the circle. Give you the Brewer defense. Emma Jameson at first base. And the second baseman is Taylor Grant. Shortstop, Jillian Ford. Olivia Bragdon at third base. Olivia Gilmore in left field for the Witches. Madison Shaw in center, Paige Oakes in right, Jordan Williams behind the plate with Sarah Young on, or in the circle, I should say. Wind today, Ernie, is blowing out. It was blowing in the other night. We had a spectacular night a couple of days ago. Beautiful sunset out beyond that left center field fence. We enjoyed that. And it was a great game as well. The Witches emerging victorious against the Hamden Academy Broncos. Here's our first pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Pitch comes at 12:02.
Be interesting to see how much of a factor the wind does play if balls get up into the air. There was one home run here on Thursday in the quarterfinals. It was by Kat Fashini of Hamden.
It's a check swing grounder, and routine play there for Emma Jameson. She'll take it herself. That is out number 1. Elizabeth Galway retired. It's going to bring up Emily Poulin, third baseman for the Red Eddies. Young's pitch, and it's taken for a strike. High school sports on Ticket TV brought to you by Acadia Federal Credit Union. Acadia FCU is a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them in Bangor. New one coming to Brewer. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org. There's another strike from Young. 0-2 to Poulin, second batter in the ball game. Winner advances to the Class A North Regional Final. And that one just off the plate. I think Poulin thought it might
have she was heading back to the dugout, it looks like.
Took a half step towards that first base dugout. It's a borderline pitch there. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Pitch down in the zone. First strikeout for Sarah Young, second out here in the top of the first inning. And it brings up Lexi Kelsey, the center fielder for Edward Little. And the pitch, and this one is pulled foul on the dirt. Strike 1 to Kelsey. Cassidy Lobb would hit next. As we mentioned, the 2 mascots, the Witches, of course, for Brewer. And it's the ghost of Edward Little, right?
Well, it may be here. We just can't see it.
Well, that's true. That's right. We love our mascots. If you're here, ghost, show yourself. All right, Jillian Ford cannot handle that ground ball. That'll be an E6 and the first base runner in the ball game.
Yeah, pretty sharply hit ball, but a play that I'm sure Ford feels like she should have made. Had a couple of chances, kept it in front of her, but just couldn't get her hand on the ball to pick it up.
And that one's going to be low. Cassidy Lobb, the pitcher for the Red Eddies, standing in that right-handed batter's box now.
A nice scoop there, that pitch in the dirt by Jordan Williams there to prevent the runner from getting into scoring position.
There's ball 2. Dave Utterback, the Brewer Athletic Director, has got a nice view out there next to the flagpole. He's got standing on one of the, I don't know if that's necessarily a gator. It might be. Something of that sort. Foul ball. And it's 2-1. Young delivers, and this one is pulled foul. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Today's game brought to you by Darlings in Bangor, Ellsworth, and Newport. With a great selection and great service, they're ready to put you behind the wheel. Visit darlings.com or stop in today. You'll do better at Darlings. And that is going to be called strike 3. So Lobb is caught looking. 2 strikeouts in the top of the first inning for Sarah Young. After a half here at Brewer, it's Edward Little nothing, and the Witches coming to the plate. This is high school softball on Ticket TV.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. DeansDetailing.com.
Back here at Coffin Field, sunny Coffin Field. Seems nice to be able to say that on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it's been a couple of months.
Many of those, yes. Maybe
3 months.
Yes, I think it's been 3. Number 7, Edward Little, taking on number 3, Brewer. Edward Little, scoreless in the top half of the first inning. Due up here in the second for the Brewer Witches. It'll be Paige Oakes, the right fielder, Jordan Williams, the catcher, and Jillian Ford, the shortstop.
Bottom first.
What did I say? Top
Second.
of the first?
You said second.
Oh, my goodness. Rushing things. Thank you, Ernie.
No worries.
Glad somebody's watching out for me. I have my wife at home. It's good to have somebody else on the road. That pitch misses. Ball 1 to Oakes.
Is your wife checking you as you yell at the television watching the Red Sox?
Usually we're on 2 floors away from each other.
Okay.
At least one. But oftentimes 2. That pitch is fouled to the right out of play. Yeah, I do a lot of that. Oh, we have a wasp or hornet or something of that nature. Paige Oakes apologizing. I would have done the same thing, Paige.
Yeah.
First things first.
Really toughen up there. You can take that. I don't think so. A little surprised, though, with the breeze, though, that it hung around there for a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
And maybe the ghost is at work.
That's right. Working his magic.
It is.
All right, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that one runs inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Williams and Ford to follow. Here in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch. And it's taken high. Full count to the leadoff batter, Oakes. She had the game-tying triple in the 7th inning on Thursday night and then scored the winning run in the 6-5 Brewer victory on a wild pitch. Pops this one up right side, up and over the first base dugout. Count remains full. "200 feet all the way around here at Coffin Field. Ground ball, first base way. It's going to be a foul ball. Struck well there by Oakes, again going in that direction.
Yeah.
That's where she hit her triple, down that right field line.
It was headed in exactly the same direction, just on the ground, but a couple of feet foul there.
Yeah, then the other night, a tailing line drive. Landing fair. Payoff again, and this one has popped up. Ernie,
I know.
I'm getting a little concerned.
We got to watch the carom there.
Ricochet, yes.
We're right below where that hit. It just hit on the roof as opposed to the sidewall. And I'm grateful for that.
8-pitch at bat, and this one in the air. Ranging back is the shortstop, Vincent, and she'll put it away for out number 1.
For Brewer, the catcher, number 9, Jordan Williams.
Here's Jordan Williams. Saw Dad Jared prior to the game. He was wearing purple the other night. Coach of the Hamden Academy Broncos was in the first base dugout. Here today, he's on the third base side of the diamond wearing the orange and black. Of course, worked as an assistant under Skip Estes for a couple of years. Ball 1 to Jordan. That one tails inside. Skip Estes, the head coach, coaching at third. The pitch, and that's fouled up on the fencing. Up to our left, Jim Churchill and Ernie Clark in the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth. Dean's has been Maine's auto detailing leader for 54 years. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, look good and feel good in a clean, shiny car. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Another foul ball. Father's Day tomorrow. You can also get your Dean's gift cards at deansdetailing.com as well. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Brewer catcher, Jordan Williams. Cassidy lobs, pitch is high.
Took something off that one. Held it just a little bit longer, but couldn't keep it down enough to get strike 3.
Payoff. Fouled up on the backstop. So a 9-pitch at bat to the first batter. Williams has the count at 3-2 and has 4 6 pitches from the right-hander lob.
Yeah, we've got a ways to go to match the other night. And
Piper Parker.
Yeah.
What was her longest at bat? 18 or 17?
It was 12 and 15.
Wow.
First at bat was 12 pitches. The second at bat was 15. Then she went out on 3 pitches in her final at bat. But
in the process, hit about 15 balls into the trees.
All
off to the left.
Pulled well left of the foul line. And
she was trying to get up in that box as far as she could. Trying to keep something fair, but
she's trying to hit it over the fence. Pull.
Strike 1 to Jillian Ford. Shortstop for the Witches. She's up in the box, and she takes one high. Olivia Bragdon due up next. Well, 2 for 2 this week at Coffin Field weather-wise. That pitch up and away. 2-1.
Yeah, lucky to be two for 2 anywhere this spring.
Yeah. She has been a wet one. Here's the pitch, and that ball is shot to right field. Coming on, though, and staring it is Feeney. And getting back to first base is Williams. Good bid there by Ford, but right at the right fielder.
Yeah, defense had it played perfectly. And you don't have to get off the base pass as a base runner very far to put yourself in trouble if the ball's hit to your side of the field. But Williams was a line drive, so Williams didn't have a lot of time to get off the base and got back rather easily.
Bragdon takes a ball. Olivia, the cleanup batter for the Witches, third baseman. And that ball is lined, leaping, and it's going to be off the glove of the shortstop, Vincent. It'll trickle into left field. That'll be a base hit for Bragdon. First hit in the ball game, and the Witches have runners at first and second. There are 2 away.
Pretty good effort there by Violet Vincent, the shortstop. Fairly rangy player, but ball bouncing off the top of her glove.
Here's Emma Jameson, first baseman, number 5 batter for the Witches. Off-speed pitch. In for strike 1. Emma is way up in that batter's box on the left side. And takes a hack there, comes up empty. Had a double in the win over Hamden Academy on Thursday night.
Time you're that far out in the batter's box and where the pitcher's circle is rubber, there's not much time.
1-2 now to Emma.
To try to gear up for the fastball and then adjust to everything else.
And got a piece there. Fouled it off the home plate umpire, I believe, off the chest protector.
Chest. He apparently didn't feel a thing, but then again, he does have a chest protector inside his shirt there, jersey.
And this one is popped up, foul, and it's going to get out of play.
Yeah.
Over near our production trailer, you can see we're right behind home plate with the trailer. Ernie and I are just up the first base line. There it is in the background.
Yes.
And a swing and a miss. Ball is dropped, tag applied, and that'll be a strikeout for Lobb, and it'll end the first inning for the Brewer Witches. The Witches had a hit. No errors for Edward Little. Brewer leaves 2 after 1. No score on Ticket TV.
Make the switch to Hopkins Energy, your trusted source for number 2 heating oil. In Maine's challenging climate, emergencies can happen anytime. That's why we offer fast and responsive emergency fuel deliveries, as well as automatic deliveries. Our dedicated team is always just a call away, ensuring you never run out of fuel. Dependable service tailored to your needs. Visit hopkinsenergy.com.
Your first car, your first edition, and your first edition. We're here to help with all of life's firsts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
All right, we are back here at Coffin Field. Some of the fans enjoying the action in this Class A North semifinal. I believe that is the Edward Little side there, based upon the garb that is being worn. Kim Mitchell, our camera operator on the first base side. Matt Cunha over on the third base side. We got our center field camera up in the press box in our trailer. Max Pottle, our producer and director. Jay Baines working the scoreboard for us in this one. High school sports on Ticket TV, brought to you in part by the Fitch Company, where you'll find experienced electrical and control systems engineers, field technicians, designers, and drafters ready to meet varied engineering challenges or handle projects. Visit them at fitchcompany.com. As I mentioned, game number 130 on our Ticket TV schedule. Final one for the 24-25 season. We had 50 tournament games, high school basketball tournament games on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket. Had about 100 Maine games on the ticket. Ernie?
That's 280.
That's 280. That's a lot of games.
Yeah, almost running out of days.
That's right. Oh, a shot, and what a reaction there by Bragdon at third. That ball was stung off the bat of Kylie Labron. And you got to have a quick reaction. Bragdon was playing in front of that third base bag, right about where she is now, a couple of steps in front of the bag.
Went to her glove side was the key to that, so she didn't have to reach up much.
I think she caught it. It didn't catch her.
No, she caught it.
Sometimes the ball catches you, but in that case, Olivia was ready.
My point, if it had been off to her throwing hand side without a glove, it would have gotten through and probably down the line for a double.
All right, this is Lauren Boldick, the DP. And she gets tied up there on a pitch down and in. Lauren down in the count, 0-2. 1 out, bases empty. Top of the second inning, Edward Little and Brewer. Brewer number 3, Edward Little number 7. Here's the pitch by Sarah Young, and that ball is lined into right center field. That'll get in there for a base hit. Picked up by Shaw. She gets back into the middle of the diamond. There's your first hit for the Red Eddies.
Yeah, nice job on an 0-2 pitch. Got behind the count, but
just inside out.
Yeah, we'll serve into just to the right of center field, and Brewer center fielder over there quickly, Madison Shaw, to make the play.
Next up for Edward Little, Chloe LeBlanc, and she's going to foul one into the Brewer dugout. Strike one on LeBlanc. Today's game here in Brewer brought to you in part by Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, offering custom blinds, shades, drapery, and outdoor awnings. Bangor Window Shade, 105 Main Street in Bangor. This one is hit high to left field. Ranging back is Gilmore, and she'll make the catch. Good job tracking that one by Olivia as we take another look at it.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of the breeze coming into play as she had to drift back and keep drifting back.
Can of corn.
Make that catch fairly deep, though. Ball hung up in the air long enough for her to get back to make the catch.
All right, 2 down, runner at first base. Number 8 batter, Nellie Feeney, the right fielder. Facing Sarah Young. Pitch and a foul tip into Williams' mitt.
Red A's have hit Young fairly well here in this inning. A couple of sharply hit balls and then that fly ball to fairly deep left.
Sarah wearing the sunglasses, the pitch, and that one is low. Good crowd on hand here. Not as big as we had the other night. Of course, you had 2 local teams in Hamden and Brewer going at it. A little longer ride for the Red Eddies than it was for the Bronco fans.
Around 100 miles, maybe a little bit over.
2-1 is the count on Feeney. And Feeney granted time here. Stuck on the side of the road, Union Street Towing has you covered 24/7 statewide. From breakdowns to lockouts, they'll get you moving fast. Call 942-4200. Union Street Towing, driven to be there when you need them the most. Ball 3 to Feeney. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Full count now to the number 8 batter.
Knew she was going to get something good, did Feeney, but perhaps not that good.
Young, the rock, the pitch, in there, called strike 3. And that will do it for Edward Little here in the second inning. They had a base hit, they leave one, no Brewer errors. After 1.5 here at Coffin Field, it is 0-0 on Ticket TV.
Have you tried the new happy hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more. Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Have you
Seven and 8 batters, Audrey Lupin, Sarah Young, and Olivia Gilmore against Cassidy Lobb. A hit for each side in this game. Lupin, you can see her numbers there on our scoreboard. Here's a ground ball to short. Vincent has it take a tricky hop on her. She was ready to scoop that one up. At the last second, it ran up her left arm. And the Witches will have the leadoff batter on.
Now batting pitcher, number 10.
Just a little bit of a different bounce as it Karen behind the circle. No, I'm not going to see that, but as you
First.
mentioned, rolled right up her arm, and Brewer's a leadoff runner aboard.
Off speed outside to the Brewer pitcher, Sarah Young. You can also see some of the matchups we're giving you there on our scoreboard. All the other classes, including Class A. Pitch fouled. Up on the fencing above us, 1-1 to Sarah Young.
I was able to find all of them, but there's a couple of softball games in Class D North.
One fouled back, up and over the backstop. 1-2. Today's game brought to you by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Great food, great drinks, great vibes. For takeout, call 947-5000 or visit unos.com. And Young is caught looking.
Left fielder, number 11, Olivia Gilmore.
Second strikeout in the ball game for Lobb. 1 out, 1 on for Olivia Gilmore.
Yeah, Lobb went up in the strike zone for that third strike after working the bottom part of it throughout the at-bat and really throughout most of the early stages of this game.
Ground ball left side. Vincent gets another shot. Gets the force at second. Relay to first going to be too late. So 2 down now for Brewer. Gilmore reaching on the fielder's choice. Lupin erased that second base.
Yeah, probably not hit quite fast enough, hard enough for the double play, but John Shoppy over there at first base to make the save call.
Number 9 batter, Madison Shaw, the center fielder for Brewer, standing in. And she makes some pretty good contact, driving it deep to center field.
Oh!
What a catch out there in center field by Kelsey. Lexi Kelsey ranging back, heading towards that fence in deep right center field. We'll take another look at it in our Greenway replay. The last second, she stuck that glove out there, snared it, and then went tumbling to the ground.
She had to think about the fence a little bit, too, as she was going back there, probably not knowing how close she was. I don't know if there's a warning track out there or not.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
All right, that's going to do it for Brewer. Looked like the Witches might have a run there, but it's scoreless after 2 on Ticket TV.
With a great backyard comes great responsibility. From the keeper of the flame to the referee of the greatest game ever played. Lifelong memories start here at Glenburn Landscape and Supply. Residential and commercial projects are a breeze with our premium mulch, stone, and topsoil products. And maintain your backyard in style with the industry's leading lawn care products and equipment. Built to work and built to last. With rugged durability and superior performance, these tools were built for you. Glenburn Landscape and Supply, where great backyards begin.
The marathon of life can be challenging. Chores and responsibilities keep us from the things we once loved and the aspirations we set. But it's never too late to find your second wind. With an affordable, fully online program and advisors to help you along the way, you can cross the finish line at your own pace. Finish strong at the University of Maine.
Back here at Coffin Field, Red Eddie's coming to the plate. Take a quick look here at our upcoming live events on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket. Weekend action as Ali Michaud is going to lead things off. We'll get this first pitch, and Michaud runs up on it, takes a strike. Red Sox, a dramatic extra inning win last night over the Yankees, 2-1 at Fenway Park. They'll do it again tonight, 6:15, the pregame show, afternoon game tomorrow. And another rivalry matchup in Sunday Night Baseball with the Giants taking on the Dodgers. I believe the Giants won the first game of that series last night.
Issue thinking bunt. Number 9 hitter in the order.
1-1 the count on Allie. And she's going to take another strike. Looking to slap one to that left side. Bragdon in tight. Forward, a step or two in from our normal position. The pitch by Young, and slap attempt there, no contact, and that is out number 1 here in the third for Edward Little. Strikeout number 4 for Sarah Young. That breeze is picked up, at least here in the Dean's Detailing broadcast position. Check swing, foul ball off the catcher. Top of the lineup, Elizabeth Galway. Grounded out to Jameson to start the ball game.
Tell you what, it makes a difference when the sun goes behind the clouds, too.
It does.
Not used to seeing the sun, granted, but it makes it even seem warmer when it does come out.
Young's pitch, and that one right down the pike, 0-2. Local programming on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket. We got you covered at both ends of the day. Start your day the roast way from 6 to 8 a.m. Finish it up on the drive home with the drive from 4 to 6. Up and away, 1-2 now to Galway. Young back on the rubber, peering in for the sign from Williams. He's getting him from Skip Estes in that third base dugout. And that one tails inside, 2-2.
Yeah, Young shook off that original signal there. Came with something else. Pretty hard, faded inside.
Ground ball towards the middle. Ford comes up with this one, throws to first to Jameson, and that is out number 2. Nice play there by Jillian Ford. Had an error earlier in the ball game, but that time showing her range.
Yes, she had to go quite a ways to her left as the ball was hit up the middle, just be on the reach of Sarah Young. But nice clean play, scoop with the glove hand, and then the transfer for the throw.
Fly ball, shallow right field, and that's going to drop in there. Oakes can't pick it up initially, collects it and fires it to Young, the pitcher. So that'll be the second hit for the Red Eddies. Poulin blooping one into right field. Brings up Lexi Kelsey, who just made that tremendous catch in the last half inning in center field. Takes ball outside. Kelsey robbing Madison Shaw of extra bases.
Yeah, that's about as good as a catch you'll ever see at any level.
Here's a line shot that's going to get past Bragdon into left field. Moving up to second base will be Poulin. Hard hit there by Lexi Kelsey. Red Eddies looking for some two-out action here. First two batters retired. The last two have base hits. And now the cleanup batter and pitcher, Cassidy Lobb, an opportunity here to help her own cause. Ball one outside.
Lobb struck out looking last time to end the first.
Young to the plate, and it's on the outer part of the strike zone, 1-1. Our game today brought to you by Bennett Auto Center. Experience the Bennett Auto Center difference at 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor and at BennettAutoCenter.com. Ground ball back to Young. Quick reaction there by Sarah. She fields it head high, throws to first for the out. And the Red Eddies will strand 2 here in the top of the third inning. 2.5 in the books. No score on Ticket TV.
Nothing runs like a deer. And nobody knows better than our loyal customers. Since 1994, our family has proudly sold and serviced John Deere products. Our customers know that quality and reliability set John Deere apart. And right now at Greenway, take advantage of this offer.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 84 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
We are here at Coffin Field. The sun is back out for this Class A North semifinal between number 7 Edward Little and number 3 Brewer. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark in the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth. Our outstanding Ticket TV team on hand for this one. Again, on the Coastal Auto Parts scoreboard, you can see all the other matchups scheduled for today. MDI softball team taking on number 1 Herman, who has had a great season. The Herman Hawks, 14-2 in the regular season, cruised in their quarterfinal. All right, Cassidy Law, 2 shutout innings, 3 for Sarah Young, which is coming to the plate here in the third. Top of the lineup do Oakes, Williams, and Ford. Paige Oakes, a swing and a miss. She popped out to short her first trip. Off-speed pitch, grounded to second, and the play made there by Labron for out number 1.
Nice play by Labron there as the ball kind of popped up at the last minute, but she gathered it and started to bobble it just a bit as she was making the transfer, but got it back in time to just nip Speedy Oakes at first base.
It's going to bring up Jordan Williams, catcher for the Witches. She drew a walk, was stranded at second base in the first. And she's going to lay down the bunt. Fielded by Lobb. Williams running hard, and she's going to be out by a running step. 1-3 on the play. Here's a replay. Lobb.
Yeah,
He steps in.
A little too close to the mound in terms of where the bunt was placed, so that Lobb didn't have to go far to get it. Came up with a strong throw. Again, Brewer trying to use its speed at the top of the lineup there.
Jillian Ford to bat, and she hits one high to right field, ranging back Feeney. It's going to be over her head. One hop up against the fence. Ford hitting second, heading for third, and she will get there standing. It is a 2-out triple for Jillian Ford as the Witches look to take the lead here in the third.
Hear that wind in our microphones? You get that ball in the air here today, and it's carrying very well. We were talking about during one of the breaks how we kind of anticipate a home run here today, and it's everything but here so far has had 2 or 3 balls hit very deep.
Now Olivia Bragdon looking for the big 2-out hit here in this scoreless game. She takes ball 1. Pitch from Lobb, low pitch, grounded to Vincent at short. Fields fires out number 3, and Ford will be stranded at third base. We played 3 here at Coffin Field, still looking for our first run. This is high school softball on Ticket TV. Oh.
2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped. Get sold. Next Home Experience.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Welcome back to Coffin Field. There's your line score through 3 innings. Edward Little coming to bat here in the 4th. 0-3-1 for the Red Eddies, 0-2-1 for the Brewer Witches. Let's take a look at our school profiles brought to you by Northeast Driving School. We'll start with the Edward Little High School profile.
Yeah, 1,032, the enrollment. Todd Sampson, the athletic administrator, and Valerie Ackley, the principal. The school mascot is actually Ghost.
Yeah, the ghost of Edward Little.
Yes. Did you know that in 1835, Auburn became the birthplace of Maine's factory-based shoe industry? By 1917, one local factory produced 75% of the world's white canvas shoes. And the city's seal still features a spindle with a shoe at each point.
Wow. There it is right there.
Yep. You see it.
Spindle with the shoes. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Batting for Edward Little, their number 5 batter, Kylie Labron. Second baseman, a 1 pitch. Right field, Oakes coming on, and she'll get to this one. Labron flying out to right.
Yeah, Oakes had to charge in on that one. You wonder if the outfield's kind of adjusting to the wind a little bit. Maybe playing a step or 2 back farther than what they normally might. But Oakes with the speed there to make that catch waist high.
One out, bases empty for the designated player, Lauren Bolduc. She had a base hit her first time to the plate. Takes ball one here. Young has the sign. The Brewer right-hander delivers, and she pulled the string on Bolduc, and it's 1-1. Going to mix in the Brewer School profile here as soon as we get the opportunity. Things move fast in these softball games.
Really do.
It's a challenge sometimes. There's a base hit to center field. You can see why Bolduc is in the lineup. She's 2 for 2.
Yes, right up the middle both times.
Now batting first baseman, number 9.
Haven't seen much action on the base pass yet. Don't know that we will now.
This is LeBlanc, and she fouled that one off her left leg, and she is in some pain.
Yep, up the calf.
She's going to take a little stroll. While she's doing that, let's mix in the Brewer High School profile.
7:04 the enrollment here at Brewer High School. David Utterback, the athletic administrator. Brent Slowakowski, principal for the Witches. Did you know in the 1990s, Brewer sawmill owner Brent Finney found a Revolutionary War shipwreck revealing swivel guns and medicine vials, some still sealed with contents inside.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff.
Just be popped one open.
Some rheumatism medicine.
Took a little sip. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right. It appears that Chloe is okay. She's going to foul this one off. Glad to foul it to the right side, up and over the fence. After taking that hit off the lower left leg. She's down on the count, though. 0-2. Runner at first. And a nice scoop there by the catcher, Williams, on the low delivery. Nellie Feeney due up next.
I don't see any of those wimpy shin guards here like everybody wears in the major leagues. Of course,
No.
the ball may be going a little faster, I understand.
Here's a ground ball towards the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Moving up to second base is Bolduc. That's hit number 5 for Edward Little. And they have a bit of a threat here in the fourth with runners at first and second and one out.
Had a couple of batters hit the ball virtually out of the dirt there. That one was just off the ground there, and LeBlanc solidly up the middle.
Looks like we're going to get a
pitch runner.
Or we're going to switch spots. Didn't know you could do that.
Second base, number 26.
You got a pinch runner at first, and then a runner at first. No.
26 is at second base.
Yeah.
And that is.
They're not switching. My eyes deceived me.
Just a pinch runner, I think.
Pinch runner at second.
26 is Jada Clark, a freshman running at second base. So you have a Clark at second base behind the plate and in the
broadcast booth.
Do we need another number, or is Jada Clark?
Jada
26.
Clark.
Yeah.
Just want to get her first name there.
Yeah.
Didn't want to make a mistake and call her Ernie. Here's a ground ball to third. It's going to be off Bragdon, and the Red Eddies are going to have them loaded here with one out. Going off the end of the bat towards third. Bragdon, as you'll see here, moving to her left. Couldn't quite gobble it up. And now a major threat here for Edward Little.
I think I scored that a hit.
Well, you would know.
Yes.
And here is the number 9 batter, Allie Michaud.
Those plays are such bang-bang deals with the ball trying to be fielded 40 feet away.
Here's the 1-0. And Michaud likes to run up on those pitches and try to get it on the ground to the left side. She's got a count of 1-1. Struck out her first time. Clark, the pinch runner at third. LeBlanc at second. Feeney on at first. 1 out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's going to run outside, 2-1.
Bases loaded here. Issue not with a great batting average this season, batting out of the 9-hole. He's looking to make contact or perhaps draw a walk.
And that's going to be a called strike.
And she might have ran into a strike right there, to be honest with you, because it was right on the borderline from the shoulders. And
yeah, I mean,
she ran up on it, and she did.
Step and a half up on that
Yeah.
pitch. Got to be hard to get a piece there. She was running up on it, fouled it off the catcher's mask.
Yeah, I wasn't sure she did, but
just a piece.
yeah. See, that one to me, that would be just so much harder to try to make contact when everything's
moving.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially your eyes.
Yeah.
But it has been part of the game of softball. And
Yeah,
she got a piece of
finally
that
got a
one.
piece of that one, yeah.
Over towards the Brewer dugout. Big spot in this one, top of the 4th inning. Edward Little threatening. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2-2 the count to the number 9 batter. Infield in for the Witches. Here's the pitch, and this one is popped up. Bragdon in foul territory. She's got it for the 2nd out. Quick reminder, here's the foul ball off the bat of number 9 batter.
Easy play there for the 3rd baseman for the Witches, Olivia Bragdon.
We'll get to that reminder here momentarily. It's a big spot in the game.
2 down, bases loaded.
The pitch to the leadoff batter, Elizabeth Galway. She's 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs. Sarah Young trying to extricate herself and the Witches out of this jam. Keep this game scoreless. There's a fly ball to right field. Oakes coming on, and it's going to get past her. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. Here comes the 3rd base runner. Feeney's going to score. It is a 3-run double for Galway, and Edward Little strikes first in this one here in the top of the 4th inning.
Hey, it really is a challenge for the outfielders out there with the wind blowing out. It's like, where exactly do you play? And that one just inside, such that the right fielder couldn't get to it, Paige Oakes, and then it bounced off the glove and got behind her, and that allowed Elaine DeRoseby to work that arm at 3rd base, wheeling runners home, and all 3 of the runners on base scored, and suddenly a big moment here for Galway and the Red Eddies.
Wow. Leadoff batter was retired. 3 straight singles, a foul out, and then Galway strikes with a double to right field. Poulin now batting, fouls it off. She's 1 for 2.
It's a pinch runner. I think it's
22.
Yeah, 22. It might be 23, but
Yep.
23 is Sophia.
I think that's who it is.
Okay, Peyton Newsom.
Yep, here's a pop-up right side, and Grant will make the catch for the final out as she battled the wind. All right, Edward Little with 3 runs here in the top of the 4th inning. Witches have 4 at-bats left. Plenty of time left to go in this one. We are halfway through on Ticket TV.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
The marathon of life can be challenging. Chores and responsibilities keep us from the things we once loved and the aspirations we set. But it's never too late to find your second wind. With an affordable, fully online program and advisors to help you along the way, you can cross the finish line at your own pace. Finish strong at the University of Maine.
Welcome back to Coffin Field. A 3-run fourth inning for Edward Little. Brewer Witches coming to the plate here in the bottom of the fourth, and we'll get to that reminder for everyone out there.
Yep.
Once more.
I mean, these games, generally speaking, are so good, you probably wouldn't mind or be against paying.
Forking over some cash.
But not us. It's free.
Not required.
It's free. You're watching it live here, and you have the option, the additional option of watching it on demand just a little after the game and beyond as long as you want.
Because people will be watching it on demand. It's 12:50 on Saturday, June 14th right now.
You don't have to tape the games. You can just go to our website and catch them.
Very easy.
As if they were live down the road.
Over and over and over again. That pitch down to Emma Jamison. So it's 1-1 to the Brewer first baseman. Witches need some base runners here. Again, plenty of time. Bottom of the fourth inning, but these games do move fast. Emma's 0 for 1. Ground ball past the pitcher into center field. Went right over the rubber, over the second base bag into center. It's a leadoff base hit for Emma Jamison. Today's game, after we look at this replay.
Yeah, just powered it through the middle and picked up speed as it went and got past Lobb and into center field for a leadoff hit for Jamison and the Witches.
Brings up Audrey Lupin. Reached on an error in the second inning. Takes strike one in this at bat. Today's game brought to you by Doors Equipment Company, your local Kubota dealer. Doors can help you with all of your equipment needs. Now offering 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months on select models. Visit doorsequipment.com. Didn't sound good.
I'll tell you what,
that ball
I
end up?
I don't know. It went over the top, but
okay.
Boy, it sounded like it was coming down. And I was like, "Where's my helmet?"
There's a base hit to left field. Jamison up to second. First two batters reaching as the Witches look to respond here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Yeah, good answer here by the Witches to start this inning, give themselves a chance to have a big inning of their own with 2 on, nobody out. Solidly hit ball between the third base and shortstop into that hole there. And now we're going to have a trip to the mound by one of the Edward Little coaches.
Whether playing or just watching, softball can work up quite an appetite. That's when it's time for Pat's Pizza on Main Road in Hamden. Call them at 947-6488 or visit patspizzahamden.com. All right, no score over at Bangor High School in the other Class A North softball semifinal. Bangor hosting Camden Hills, so they've got a good one going on there. Witches looking to tighten this one up. Sarah Young, the pitcher, takes one outside. Sarah caught looking in the second inning. Here's the pitch, and this one is fouled to the right out of play. Well, Brewer probably expected to be on the road today, playing at home with the Edward Little upset. Here's the pitch, and that ball hits softly towards second, and a diving catch by the second baseman, Labron. And she laid out for that one.
Yeah, she had to. That was going to be tricky if it ever got to the ground, but good job by the Brewer base runners in terms of not getting out too far, though, because that was a ball that could have hit the ground but for the dive.
Mom's going to have some serious laundry to do there after that
indeed.
dive. All right, one out now. So the Edward Little defense certainly shining here today. Here's Gilmore, pops out to short. So after a couple of base hits, trip to the mound, and since then, a soft line out to second base, and now a pop out to short.
Coach went out and said, "Could you induce me a couple of little pop-ups, please?"
I need 3 outs,
Yes, I need 3
and I'd
outs
like
too.
to have them in succession.
Yes, without any other histrionics. So far, 2/3 of the way there.
Madison Shaw. Now she hit the ball, but the center fielder Kelsey made that Catching these, she's got a base hit here to center field. Jamison hitting third. She's going to be held there as the throw comes in. That ball just hit too hard off the bat of Madison Shaw.
Too hard in the way it bounced. It came right up so that the center fielder could make a play on the run if she had to, Kelsey.
Well, top of this inning, Edward Little got a big hit with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Brewer looking for the same, and Paige Oakes, who was disappointed on allowing that ball to get past her in right field. She's got a chance here to get some runs right back. She fouls one up on the backstop. Wind whipping out, and Oakes grounding one back to the pitcher, Lobb, who throws high to first base. 2 runs are going to score here for the Witches. Ball retrieved, and holding at third base is going to be the third base runner, Shaw, but Jamison and Lupin are in. The Witches are on the board. It's now 3-2 Edward Little.
Good stab at the mound by Lobb, but just airmailed the throw. Had too much time, I think, to think about it. Allows 2 runs to score and back to a 1-run game.
Base hit here could give the Witches the lead with Jordan Williams at the plate. Be an E1. Right after I say the Edward Little defense is shining, Ernie. That happened.
There you go, Blotto.
And Jordan pops it up foul. Catcher Galloway couldn't find it, but it was going to be out of play.
The second error of the game against the Red Eddies. Brewer also has an error.
Swing and a miss. Jordan Williams in a hole here, nothing in 2. She's 0 for 1 with a walk. And we got some softballs for the home plate umpire. Jillian Ford doing the honors.
Yeah, she was running out of hands, and Brian Clark noticed that, so he went over and helped her out.
Got a bat to hold, too. Wants to take a practice swing or 2. And a swing and a miss. So Williams strikes out. Lobb gets the strikeout, but the Witches do pick up a couple of unearned runs. We head to the 5th. Red Eddies 3, Witches 2 on Ticket TV.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Have you tried the new Happy Hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more. Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Back at Coffin Field, we move to the 5th inning. 3-2 our score. Edward Little leading Brewer. Red Eddies number 7, Witches number 3. As Edward Little comes to the plate here in the top of the 5th inning. Due up there, 3, 4, and 5 batters. Lexi Kelsey, Cassidy Lobb, and Kylie Labron. Sarah Young huddling up with her teammates. Infield, catcher in the circle. Kelsey in this one has been on base twice, reached on an error in the first, had a base hit in the third. And she takes a strike. Good location there from Sarah Young, down in the zone, outer part of the strike zone. One misses up and away, 1-1. Again, a reminder of the live events coming up on on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket this weekend. Red Sox and Yankees, games 2 and 3 tonight and tomorrow afternoon. Giants and Dodgers, Sunday night baseball. Our main sports leader. So I mentioned about the 275, 280 local live events combined on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket and on Ticket TV. Of course, we have the Red Sox, the Celtics, the Bruins, NFL football, college football, college basketball. Here's a pop-up right side, foul territory, and Jameson's got it. Emma looking up into the sun, makes the two-handed catch. Good to see that two-handed catch, Ernie.
Yes.
The pitcher, number 7.
And it's good to see the sun, even though it becomes a problem for some of the fielders. The sun high in the sky right now is what we're about 1 o'clock in the afternoon here.
Next up is Lobb, the pitcher, and she's going to pop it up. Young coming in, and she's going to make a basket catch. She turned the glove over at the last second.
Whoa! It was a little bit farther in front of her than she thought there. Again, looking right into that sun.
Willie Mays.
Yes.
Famous for the basket catch.
Those masks they got, they could put a little, like, sunglass plate there.
Right.
She didn't need it.
All right, 2 outs, bases empty. Which is looking to maintain the momentum here. After picking up 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Looking for the shutdown inning here from Sarah Young. Labron 0 for 2. Takes ball 2. Today's game brought to you by The Growing Place, helping families grow for less and polishing your home in style for a fraction of retail cost. Check them first, check them often. Do green. Sustainability is always trending at The Growing Place, 548 Hammond Street in Bangor. Chopper towards the middle. Ford has this one behind the bag, but not able to get it there in time. Great effort there by Jillian. Had to try to contort her body to get the throw away, and it got there too late.
Yeah, she had to run because that ball off the ground had a lot of topspin on it. It was gaining speed, heading toward the outfield, but the rangy Ford able to get over there, but had to throw on the run. Couldn't quite get it done.
1 on, 2 outs for Lauren Bolduc. She's 2 for 2, scored a run, ground ball, and it's going to get through Bragdon into left field, picked up by Ford. And the Red Eddies will have runners at first and second. Is that the second error for Brewer?
Indeed it is.
First baseman, Chloe LeBlanc.
All right, first and second. 2 outs. Chloe LeBlanc coming up. She's 1 for 2. Singleton scored last inning. And that one picked off the dirt and driven into left field. Rounding third, heading for home is Labron. She's going to score standing. And Edward Little strikes with 2 outs. It was 2 outs, bases empty. The infield single by Labron, the error, and now the base hit to center field by Chloe LeBlanc. She's 2 for 3 with an RBI now and a run scored.
A solid hit there. Again, going down, getting it off the ground virtually and just kind of lining it, low liner. Not much time for anybody to pick it up once it gets going.
And a called strike to Nellie Feeney. 1 for 2. Gave her a base hit on a chopper to third base towards the hole. Bragdon had to move to her left.
Yeah, fairly hard hit.
Foul tip into Williams' mitt. 0-2 to Feeney. It is an unearned run.
Indeed. They all are, I believe.
From here on out, yep. In this inning.
Yeah, in this inning, yeah. The 3 are okay.
And a called strike, and that'll do it for Feeney. But Edward Little scores for the second straight inning. They got 3 in the 4th. They get 1 here in the 5th through 4.5. Red Eddies 4, Witches 2. This is high school softball on Ticket TV.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
With Thomas College, it's possible to earn a degree in 3 years and a master's in 1. It's possible to find yourself graduating career ready through one of the nation's first guaranteed jobs programs. It's possible to become the future you, the one you dream to be. Because for 130 years, we've been dedicated to helping students unlock their possible. Because we're in the business of possible. That's Thomas College. Unlock your possible at thomas.edu.
4-2 our score after 4.5 innings in this Class A North semifinal. The winner advances on to the regional final, where they'll be taking on either Camden Hills or Bangor. Last check on that game, it was scoreless in the 4th over at Bangor High School. We're at Brewer High School. And the upstart Red Eddies, the number 7 seed, pulled off the upset in the quarterfinals, trying to make it 2 for 2 in the postseason here against the Brewer Witches.
Pitching change. Now it's first base pitcher switch. Chloe LeBlanc, a left-hander, coming in on the mound, and Cassidy Law moving to first base.
Now, prior to the game, I thought LeBlanc might be starting because she was in the bullpen and behind the first base dugout.
Well, this may have
working
been
with the assistant coach, and this might be the plan.
Some level of plan here. At least she was getting ready to pitch, either in a situation like this, pre-planned, or if they were needed, if she was needed.
You know what, Ernie? I bet they have analytics on third time through the lineup.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
So they're going to give them a different look.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Pitches outside to Jillian Ford. So they go from a right-hander to a left-hander.
I know there's a couple of kids named Breslow that go to EL, Jim.
It's trickling down.
Yes.
From Boston. Pitches in for a strike. Today's game brought to you by Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, home of the complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan, Route 1 in Hancock, and at Tony'sFairwayAuto.com. 1-1, and Ford out in front. One and two to the Brewers shortstop. 3, 4, and 5 due for the Witches here in the 5th. Ford, Bragdon, and Jamison. And it's taken high, 2-2. Today's game also brought to you by Bangor Mall Cinemas, Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. Bangor Mall Cinemas features luxury recliners and an upgraded food menu. Find showtimes and reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com. Full count to Ford. Jillian looking to get something started here in the 5th. And she's going to chop one right side. She's got a chance, and Jillian will beat this one out. Infield single. Second baseman Labron just could not get there in time on that trickler to the right side.
No, Labron, her first move was toward the center of the field, and the ball was hit to her left, and she couldn't get back to it in time. And Brewer with a leadoff runner aboard for the second straight inning.
Olivia Bragdon at the plate. She's 1 for 2. She grounds one. Similar spot. Picked up by Labron. Quick toss this time. She'll get Bragdon, but moving into scoring position is Ford. That one hit just a little bit harder.
Number 30, Emma Jamison.
All right, Emma Jamison at the plate. She is 1 for 2. Had a base hitter last time up. She takes ball 1. Game today also brought to you by Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company. For the best in landscaping materials, and landscaping equipment, it's Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company at 6 Wilson Way in Glenburn and at glenburnlandscape.com. Good cut there by Emma. Fouls it off. Got a pile of beautiful mulch at my house, Ernie, delivered by Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company. My second of the season that I have to distribute at some point.
Have you distributed the first one?
Yes.
Okay.
This one is gone.
All right, that's good.
Just fouled back.
At least everything's not so wet now as it was for April and
well, that's my excuse.
May. Yeah.
How can I go out there and distribute that mulch when it's so wet?
Oh. Just talked to a farmer friend yesterday who said he finally finished planting his potato.
Oh, wow.
Not yesterday, but the night before.
Oh, my goodness.
And he sells a lot of them commercially.
Jamison towards the middle, and it's going to be bobbled at second by Labrum. She can't come up with it, and Jamison will reach. First and third for Brewer. They have the potential tying run on.
Yeah, hard hit, but right at Laborin, and she couldn't pick it up. It's going to go as an error, I think.
For 3 in the ball game for the Red Eddies. All right, a chance here for Audrey Lupin. And the freshman fouls that one off the end of the bat. Just want to double. Audrey, yes, a freshman.
Yeah, the only freshman on the Brewer roster.
In a big spot. The pitch, and Lupin hits it hard. That's going to get into left field for a base hit. Ford has scored, and the freshman comes through in this big spot. The Witches are to within 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, well hit ball just out of the reach of Vincent, the shortstop for EL, to her left. Runner scores easily forward from third base, and moving up to second is Emma Jamison.
RBI base hit for Audrey Lupin. Now it's Sarah Young, the pitcher, taking ball 1.
Lupin with 2 hits now. She's reached base all 3 times up.
You can see why she's batting 6 as a freshman. Pitch to Young, and the change is in. Our game today brought to you by Novus Auto Glass in Bangor. Call Novus today at 945-6688 to get your windshield repaired or replaced. Ooh, big rip there. Nice fastball. Hard one from LeBlanc. Young down in the count, 1-2. What's she going to throw here, Ernie? She's going to throw a high, hard one.
High, yeah.
And Young cannot catch up to it. That's out number 2.
Change the plane there. So pretty hard, but that's a big out for Edward Little to get to the second out of the inning. By the way, logged 4 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, both unearned, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Low and outside to Olivia Gilmore. Olivia looking for her first hit today. If she comes through, we might have a tie ball game. Here it is. And a change of pace, swing and a miss. 4-3 Edward Little, bottom of the 5th inning. 2 outs, 2 on. 1-1 to the Brewer left fielder. LeBlanc ready and misses high. There's a significant differential between her hard pitches and that changeup. Gilmore gets a piece of this one. Fly ball to right field, but right there to make the play is Feeney. Brewer will strand 2. They pick up a run. We head to the 6th inning. 1-run ball game. Edward Little 4, Brewer 3. This is high school softball on Ticket TV.
2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped, get sold. Next Home Experience.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
4-3 our score here at Coffin Field. Number 7 leading number 3. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark in the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth. Our coverage here today also brought to you by Bangor Tire Company. From a lawnmower to a skidder, Bangor Tire Company has you covered since 1927. The best in tires and service. Find them at 514 Coldbrook Road in Herman or at bangortire.com. Also brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center, the original Redemption Center of Old Town. Been there for 30 years. They are family owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday with $100 giveaways each month. Old Town Redemption Center, 13 Chester Street in Old Town. Call them at 827-7887. All right, Red Eddies coming to the plate here in their half of the 6th inning, holding on to a slim 1-run lead. 9-1-2 batters due. This is Allie Michaud. She takes ball 1. She'll be followed by Elizabeth Galway and Emily Poulin. Runs up on this one, chops it, fielded by Young, throw to first, and Michaud's got the base hit. So there, Ernie.
There you go.
That's
when you start running before you hit the ball, you get a head start, and that certainly paid off there for Michaud. Is now 1 for 3 in the game. Just a little chopper, like a swinging bunt, essentially, and it didn't get too Young in a hurry. And seeing the head start she had, and that fact, base hit for the.
And there's a shot line drive. It's going to turn into a double play. A shot to Taylor Grant at second base. She flips to Jamison. You can't fault Michaud there. Trying to get that extra step, and that ball was hit so hard.
Yeah, she had no choice. I mean, that was just the step you would make. Even if you knew the person was going to catch the ball, you didn't in that case, and wound up being a double play.
Swing and a miss by Poulin. So Galway is now 1 for 4 after that line out into a double play. That one hit, though, a big one. 3-run double. Poulin is 1 for 3 with a base hit, make it 2 for 4 with 2 singles. As the wind picks up again, at least in our little broadcast position here on the right side.
And then you look out at the center field flag, and it's still red at the moment, pretty much.
Yeah. We're in a bit of a tunnel here, Ernie.
Yes, we are. A wind tunnel.
This one in the air down the right side could be trouble for Brewer. It falls in for a base hit. Oakes tracking it down in foul territory. She'll fire it in. The Red Eddies are going to have runners at second and third. A bloop double there for Lexi Kelsey. She's 2 for 4. A lot of hits in this game.
Yeah, that's now 1, 2, 3. That's now 19 hits between the two teams.
All right, Skip Estes knows this is a critical spot in this ball game, which is can ill afford to see the Red Eddies add another 2 runs, which is a possibility certainly.
They got lobbed the cleanup hitter up for EL. She's 0 for 3. Hasn't got the ball past the pitcher's mound yet. You can make the case that she's due, but we'll see how Young handles her the 4th time around.
High school sports on Ticket TV brought to you by Pushaw Energy. At Pushaw Energy, their goal is to provide heating fuel at the lowest possible cost. Give them a chance to be your oil company, and you will not be disappointed. Offering on-call and automatic delivery service in the greater Bangor area. Call them at 949-9108 or visit pushawenergy.com. Call strike 1 to Cassidy Lobb.
EL with 11 hits now through, 5 2/3 innings.
Young delivers. Here's a fly ball to right. Oakes is there, and she's got it for the final out. And a sigh of relief from the third base dugout and the Brewer fans down the left field side. That'll do it for Edward Little. Had a couple of hits. They strand runners at third and second, but do not score. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's Edward Little 4 and Brewer 3 on Ticket TV.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. DeansDetailing.com.
Back here at Coffin Field, which is trailing by 1 against the Edward Little Red Eddies. 9 1-2 batters due for Brewer. Madison Shaw, she's 1 for 2. She's hit the ball hard twice, robbed of extra bases back in the second. She'll start things. And then it's to the top of the lineup in Paige Oakes and Jordan Williams. Chloe LeBlanc moved from first base to pitcher last inning. Swapping spots with Cassidy Lobb. Her second inning of work and her first pitch and a strike. High school sports on Ticket TV, presented by UMaine Athletics. For Black Bear tickets, call the ticket office at 581-BEAR or visit goblackbears.com/tickets. One just missing outside. And that ball is driven to left field. Coming on and making the catch, though, is Michaud. Allie Michaud coming in on that fly ball off the bat of Shaw.
Yeah, ball hung up just enough. Looked like a fairly sharp line drive off the bat, but held up in what breezer is. Routine catch follows by Michaud.
All right, here's Paige Oakes. Paige Oakes is 0 for 3, reached on an error by Lobb. Last time up, and Brewer scored 2 runs on that play. Throwing error by the pitcher Lobb at that point. 0-1 to Paige. Pitch by LeBlanc, and that's going to go to the backstop. Our next broadcast on Ticket TV will be the 2025 Ticket Awards from Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center in downtown Bangor. Hard hit, but foul, first base side. We'll be at Hero Sports Grill on Monday, June 23rd. If you're able to get a ticket, we'll be giving away some tickets this week on the Morning Roast, this coming week on the Morning Roast and on the Drive. Doors open at 5 p.m. Ceremony will start at 6 p.m. Again on Ticket TV at 929theticket.com or on your ticket app. Oakes goes down swinging. That is the second out here in the 6th inning.
The catcher, number 9, Jordan Williams.
And we have voting going on right now. High School Coach of the Year, that's all sports. I think we have 10 choices up there. After some great seasons, we have the High School Baseball Player of the Year up there. And we also have the High School Softball Player of the Year up there as well for voting. And the Ticket TV Play of the Year. So I think we got 12 choices there. A lot of great highlights you can check out, even if you just want to watch the highlights.
Yeah, that's a nice little
it was fun
few
doing
moments
that.
of video. Yeah, indeed. We had some tremendous plays during the season, no doubt.
And we'll be back with the live action sometime in late August. Labor Day is on the 1st this year.
Ah.
1-2 deal. And Williams hits it high to right field. That's got some carry. That ball is gone. Jordan Williams goes deep here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Witches have tied it up. It's 4-4.
Well, we thought we were going to see a long ball here before this game was over, the way the wind has played, and Jordan Williams turns out to be the one that gets it. 2-out solo
swing.
shot, yeah. And it just kept carrying. Again, it was in the air pretty high, and right fielder for Edward Little, Feeney, goes back on it. I think she has a play on it for a while, but the ball just kept carrying, and finally she had no more room, and we've got a tie game.
See the reaction there from head coach Skip Estes in the third base coach's box. At least he didn't try to jump.
There's no vertical
It was
there.
a little embarrassing last night. Skip said, I'm an old man. I can't be jumping. Here's a one-hopper back to the mound, flip to first. And Ford is retired, but Jordan Williams with a blast to right field. And we got a tie ball game heading to the 7th. This is the Class A North semifinal between the Edward Little Red Eddies and the Brewer Witches on Ticket TV.
We've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. Right now, Darling's has lots of trucks and lots of great deals. Mavericks, Rangers, Lightnings, dozens of F-150s, and powerful workhorses of the Ford Super Duty line. Our staff will find the perfect truck for you. Whether you're buying a new truck for the family, work, or fun, we've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. You'll do better at Darling's.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
Through 6 innings, got a tie ball game. Edward Little 4, Brewer 4 after the Jordan Williams solo home run. Tied it up for Brewer in the bottom of the 6th inning. Due up here in the 7th for the visitors from Edward Little. It'll be their 5, 6, and 7 batters. Kylie LeBrun followed by Lauren Boldick and Chloe LeBlanc against Sarah Young.
Well, this was an 8-7 game in the regular season, so
following through.
No surprise. Suit. Yeah, indeed. See who comes up with a big play here over the next few minutes.
Brewer defense on their toes. Here's a fly ball to center field. Shaw is there. She's got it. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting the designated player, number 5, Lauren Boldick.
Here's Lauren Boldick to the plate. She swung the bat well here today. 2 for 3. Has reached base 3 times. Young has the sign. The Brewer right-hander delivers, and that ball is shot through the left side. Pitch up on the zone. Boldick turned on it and picked up her 3rd hit of the ball game.
Yeah, she's not being fooled. That's, again, a 3rd hit. Ball was up in the strike zone right where she could see it and put a good swing on it. Line drive, no chance for third baseman from Brewer to make a play on that. All Bragdon could do was watch it go by as EL gets a 1-out hit.
Ball 1 to Chloe LeBlanc. Bottom part of the order has been a bit of an issue for Sarah Young.
3, 5, 6, 7 hits out of the 6 through 9. 7 of the 13 hits. No walks for Sarah Young. 5 strikeouts.
2-0 the count on LeBlanc. Pop up, right side of the diamond. Grant is there. She squeezes it. Big out number 2 for Brewer here in the top of the 7th inning.
Now batting number 4, right fielder Nellie Feeney.
Here's the right fielder Feeney. Nellie is 1 for 3. Witches walked it off in the quarterfinals, hoping for a chance in the 7th. We're hoping to pull it off in the 7th. Pitch in the dirt, throw down, tag, and out. I guess Ford held on to the ball. Let's take another look at it here on our Greenway replay. Pitch got away from Williams. She pounced on it quickly, threw a strike down there to second base. We've got a tough Sunfielder vision here in our broadcast booth. But in any event, Boldick out at second base, 2-6 on the play, and that'll do it for Edward Little in the top of the 7th inning. So the Witches will have an opportunity to walk it off. Now they're going to huddle it up here. Just want to make sure that the call is official before we step aside here. I think Coach DeRoseby just wondering if Ford actually held on to that ball.
Yeah. No, just a question, not a complaint necessarily.
I mean, once the base runner got off the glove. The ball was in the glove, and I guess that's all you can go by. Umpire was right there with an emphatic call, so that does it for the Red Eddies in the top of the 7th. Now we'll step aside. Witches will be at the plate when we come back. This is high school softball on Ticket TV.
We've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. Right now, Darling's has lots of trucks and lots of great deals. Mavericks, Rangers, Lightnings, dozens of F-150s, and powerful workhorses of the Ford Super Duty line. Our staff will find the perfect truck for you. Whether you're buying a new truck for the family, work, or fun, we've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. You'll do better at Darling's.
All right, having some fun during the break. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark here in the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth. 4-4. Witches coming up here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And it's going to be Bragdon, Jamison, and Lupin, middle third of the Brewer lineup. High school sports on Ticket TV brought to you by Traditions Golf Club and Learning Center in Holden. After some swings at Traditions, enjoy a Pat's Pizza and some local craft brews at the bar, Route 1A in Holden, just across the Brewer line. Bragdon is 1 for 3. Strike one to Olivia. Skip Estes pacing on that third base side. Here's the 0-1 off speed. Fades outside, 1-1. Also brought to you by North Star Waste and Recycling in Brewer. Call them at 989-4000. The pitch and a swing and a miss. Bragdon back in the box. Olivia looking out at Chloe LeBlanc. The Edward Little left-hander rocks and goes with the off-speed pitch. Missed in the dirt outside.
4, 5, 6 in the order here, so some work to be done by LeBlanc if she's to extend this game into extra innings.
There's her pitch, and Bragdon fouls it up on the backstop. Today's game also brought to you by Sweet Cheeks Bakery. Don't forget to stock up on your favorite sweets from Sweet Cheeks before or after the game. Locations in Verona Island, Ellsworth, and they are open 24/7 at 113 Main Road in Holden. That's Sweet Cheeks Bakery. 2-2. And this one hits softly towards the middle of the diamond. It's going to be caught by Vincent. Hung up there for the Edward Little shortstop. She makes the basket catch. And that's out number 1.
Now batting for Brewer, first baseman, number 30, Emma Jamison.
Nice play there because both players, the second baseman and the shortstop, have to go for it because they're not sure who's going to be the closest. And as it was Vincent, the shortstop, reached down, caught the ball about knee high for the first out.
Lefty on lefty in this matchup. There's a fly ball down the left side. It's going to land in the fans. 0-1 to Emma Jamison. Skip Estes had some words for Emma as she came to the plate. I think he said, hit a home run.
Yes, you see that wind, use it.
And she's out in front against that off-speed delivery. Emma is 1 for 3, singled and scored in the 4th. Reached on an error her last time at the plate. Here's the pitch, and she's late on the high, hard one. That's out number 2. LeBlanc going up in the zone once again. Our game today brought to you by Hillside Athletics. In Bangor, they proudly support high school softball and baseball. Their training facility features hit tracks, spinball machines, indoor turf, and batting cages. Visit hillsideathletics.com or find them on Facebook. That one gets away from the catcher, Galway. Audrey Lupin, the batter. Freshman is 2 for 3. And a rip there, no contact. It's 1-1. Yeah, we'll be back in the late summer. Some soccer and football. Good rip there. Fouled straight back. 1-2. And Lupin grounds it to short, right at Vincent, positioned towards that hole, and it's a 1-2-3 seventh inning for Chloe LeBlanc. We head to extra innings here at Coffin Field, tied at 4. This is high school softball on Ticket TV.
Edward Little 4, Brewer 4.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with a tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union, we keep you mobile.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. DeansDetailing.com.
Gonna play a little extra inning softball here today in this one. At least one as we go to the 8th. Edward Little 4, Brewer 4 here in this Class A North semifinal. Got a score in the other semifinal being played across the river at Bangor High School. Bangor had a 1-0 lead in the 6th inning over Camden Hills.
Leading off, the top of the 8th.
Due up here in the top of the 8th for the Red Eddies. It'll be their 8, 9, and 1 batters, Feeney, Michaud, and Galway. Top of the 7th inning at Bangor High School. Bangor leading that other semifinal 1-0.
Just a reminder, this first meeting, not only was it 8-7 in favor of Brewer back on May 21st, but it was an 8-inning victory for the Witches. So
here we go again.
And we're right back there again with a little bit more on the line.
Nellie Feeney is 1 for 3, and that's going to be her second hit of the game. Grant had to go off her glove into right field. Feeney going the opposite way. And again, further damage from the bottom of the lineup here for the Red Eddies.
Yeah, her second hit. Sharply hit ball, line drive, but off the glove of the second baseman. And
there's Allie Michaud. Had a slap hit her last time up. Took ball 1 from Sarah Young, who works again. And this one bunted up the first base side, and it's going to stay fair. Was spinning in the dirt, throw to second, and the runner there, Feeney, gets back safely. So Michaud trying to execute similar plays. Her first 2 times up, struggled. But in the last 2 times, that strategy has worked, Ernie.
That was perfection right there. The ball went, what, a third of the way to first base, and we could watch the spin from here, and it wasn't going out of bounds. It was just spinning into the ground. And going to have a pinch runner now.
Now at second base, number 24, Ellie Porter.
All right, Ellie Porter is going to run at second.
She's a freshman. 6 freshmen on this team. Fred with Little.
She runs for Feeney. Michaud at first. First and second, nobody out for the Eddies, and they have the top of the lineup coming up. Skip Estes reminding Paige Oakes in right field that Galloway has gone in her direction. Home plate umpire dropped. Yep. All right, here we go. Galloway digging in, 1 for 4 with that 3-run double. Young delivers and gets the called strike. Winner looking to move on to the regional final. Tension here at Coffin Field, and there's a line drive base hit to right field. Picked up by Oakes. Runner is heading for home. Throw comes in. It's going to be up the third base line. A second run is going to score. And now another runner heading for third and getting there standing. Elizabeth Galloway has done it again. She shoots one to right field. And 2 runs are in.
2 runs are in. 1 run coming in on the hit. The second run coming in after the overthrow in from right field. And it's 6-4, and as you mentioned, Galway getting all the way to third base, and she's going to be pitch run for.
Yeah, it'll be Peyton Newson again, running at third base. Edward Little looking for insurance now.
Yeah, still nobody out.
Well, the Red Eddies have beaten number 2. Trying to take down number 3 here on the road once again. The batter will be Poulin. She's 2 for 4. In the regional final scheduled for Tuesday.
I'd like to figure out a way to keep the runner, Galway, or Newson, at third base here, but it's going to be tough to do with nobody out.
Ball 1 to Poulin. Kelsey on deck. Pitch by Young, and this one down in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher Williams. 2-0.
Yeah, 16 hits.
Wow.
For Edward Little, that's a lot. Actually, not that many runs for 16 hits, but it may not be done yet.
Ground ball to third. Bragdon has this one across to Jamison, and there's a big first out.
Yeah, that was a perfect play if you're Brewer defensively there. Chaplin hit ball right at him, corner infielder, and good accurate play there, and there's one down, and still the runner on third base.
Sun coming back out here at Coffin Field. Feels good here in our tunnel. Here's another ground ball right at Bragdon. Over to Jamison. 2 outs. And now Cassidy Lobb coming to the plate.
She's the only Red Eddy without a hit. Batting cleanup. 0 for 4.
Coach DeRoseby with some words of encouragement. Just off the plate, ball 1. Lobb has put the ball in the air a couple of times. Grounded out to the pitcher and struck out, caught looking back in the first inning. Young delivers, and this one is hit in the air right side. It's going to get out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Today's game brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners. For over 70 years, family-owned Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor has been cleaning and repairing rugs with care. Visit their new location at 69 Hillside Avenue or get a free quote at salibasrugcleaners.com. Ground ball, and this is going to be in the shortstop hole, knocked down by Ford, but another run is going to score. That'll be an infield single for Cassidy Lobb, and it's now 7-4 Edward Little.
Yeah, that's a big run there. Creates a little bit of space for the Red Eddies. Ball into the shortstop hole, and off the leg of Ford. Couldn't make a play on it. It's going to be a tough play even if she'd come up with it, going in the other direction and then having to come back and throw to first.
Kylie LeBrun at the plate. She's 1 for 4 with an infield single, and now Skip Estes coming out to talk with his troops. Got a smile on his face. Trying to lighten things up here in this tough situation right now for Brewer. Down 3 runs after Edward Little has scored 3 here in the top of the 8th inning.
Looks like another pinch runner, for
number 3.
Yeah, Haley Merrill, another freshman. So she gets all those first-year players in the game.
Today's game also brought to you by Hannaford Bar Harbor. They are proud to support local sports, including high school softball and baseball. Visit them at 86 Cottage Street for fresh food, friendly service, and a commitment to their community. Learn more at hannaford.com. All right, 3 runs in for the Red Eddies. 7-4 our score. 2 outs, runner at first base. So Lobb with a base hit. So everybody in the lineup now with a hit for Edward Little.
6 with at least 2.
Brewers going to have the bottom third of their lineup due up in the next half inning. Pitch by Young, and it's low and inside. And a ground ball towards short. Ford will take it and take it right to the second base bag to get the force there. And that will do it for Edward Little. But Edward Little comes up with 3 here in the top of the 8th. Last chance for the Witches when we come back on Ticket TV.
Make the switch to Hopkins Energy, your trusted source for #2 heating oil. In Maine's challenging climate, emergencies can happen anytime. That's why we offer fast and responsive emergency fuel deliveries, as well as automatic deliveries. Our dedicated team is always just a call away, ensuring you never run out of fuel. Dependable service tailored to your needs. Visit hopkinsenergy.com.
Your first car, your first edition, and your first edition. We're here to help with all of life's firsts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
All right, 7-4 our score here at Coffin Field. Final 3 outs for Brewer. They hope it's not the final 3 outs in the 2025 season. They're down by 3. Bottom third of the lineup due. Sarah Young will lead things off for Brewer. We do have 2 other scores to report to you. 1 softball score, 1 baseball score. In softball, at Bangor High School, the Rams hold on for a 1-0 win over Camden Hills, #1 over #4. So they advance to the North Final in Class A softball. Meanwhile, in Class B baseball, Ernie, Herman upsetting #1 Coney.
Yes.
4-3.
4-3. Coney was the last KVAC team against a bunch of Penobscot Valley Conference teams in the semifinal, or 3 of them at least, and now it'll be 2 PVC teams in the regional final as Herman will play Ellsworth, the 2 seed.
1 ball and 1 strike to Sarah Young.
Herman was either the 4 or the 5 seed. I can't remember right now. You hold on a second.
Might have been 4.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch, and that is in for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sarah Young.
That says here 5 seed.
Okay.
But, yeah. Still.
That's right. They did upset in there.
Yeah.
A mild upset. Remember talking about that the other night. Here's a fly ball to right field. It's going to get out of play.
Yeah, so knocked off Nokomis was the 4
Yep.
seed.
14-4 or something like
Yeah.
that. Yep. All right, so congrats to Bangor softball, Herman baseball, as they are going to be in the regional finals.
The regional finals are played at neutral sites. MPA took over those games a handful of years ago or less, along with the states.
1-2 pitch, and Young pulls this one foul over towards our third base camera operator, Matt Cunha. Matt Cunha, Kim Mitchell on the base cameras. Mid cameras in center field and behind the plate, of course. Here's the pitch. And this one is foul, first base side, and Lob can't get to it. So a life for Sarah Young. Reminder, you can follow us on social media, on X, Facebook, and Instagram. Keep things busy there for you. Here's the pitch, and it's low. Young has worked the count full. Brewer needs base runners.
Scoreboard says 2-2.
What do you have?
I have 2-2.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm not, I couldn't tell what home plate out put up.
And a swing and a miss. So Sarah Young goes down swinging. That's the first out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Your attention, please. Now hitting for Brewer, #20, Sarah Snowdeal.
All right, Sarah Snowdeal, who got a
big
walk.
Huge leadoff walk in the.
That was a 1-0 walk, I believe.
Hold on. I got this right here. That was indeed a 1-out walk. Yep.
All right, so Sarah's going to get a chance here in the bottom of the 8th. Coach Estes has been through these wars before. He knows this is a tough spot, trying to keep things positive with his team. And a swing and a miss by Sarah. Pinch hitting for Olivia Gilmore. LeBlanc, the second pitcher for the Red Eddies, delivers, and she pulls the string. 0-2.
Yeah, LeBlanc's kind of settled into this game here. Hasn't allowed a base runner since the home run by Williams in the 6th. Retired 5 in a row.
Pitch to Snowdeal, and she will go down swinging. So LeBlanc rising to the occasion here in the bottom of the 8th inning, has struck out the first 2 batters.
Number 14, Madison Shaw.
5 strikeouts now in 3 2/3 inning of relief.
It's going to bring up Madison Shaw. She swung it well here today, robbed of extra bases in the 2nd, a base hit in the 4th, and flew out to left field in the 6th inning, batting here in the 8th and taking ball 1. Chopper foul over towards the Brewer dugout. And a check swing foul ball. Now the Witches down to their final strike. LeBlanc, the rock, the pitch, and hanging in there, Madison Shaw, still 1-2. Stay tuned after the ball game for the McDonald's post-game show, brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street in Bangor, Union Street in Bangor, and Wilson Street, right here in Brewer. And this one is popped up, and it's going to fall safely in foul territory. So Madison Shaw will see at least one more pitch. Twelve and 5 Witches hoping to extend this game. Here's another 1-2, and it's popped up on the infield. Second baseman or shortstop. It's going to be the second baseman, Lebrun, making the catch, and the Edward Little Red Eddies pull off their second upset here in the Class A North Softball playoffs as they take down the Brewer Witches in 8 innings by a final score of 7-4. We'll take a break here. When we come back, we'll have the McDonald's post-game show for you on Ticket TV.
Good luck, Edward Little.
Have you tried the new happy hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your...
Make the switch to Hopkins Energy, your trusted source for #2 heating oil. In Maine's challenging climate, emergencies can happen anytime. That's why we offer fast and responsive emergency fuel deliveries, as well as automatic deliveries. Our dedicated team is always just a call away, ensuring you never run out of fuel. Dependable service tailored to your needs. Visit hopkinsenergy.com.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Maine's largest network of parts just got a little bigger. Coastal Auto Parts, newest location in Bangor, has all your automotive needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Whether you're a professional mechanic or just need a little help, find everything you need all under one roof. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you with friendly service and expert advice right here at 200 Sylvan Road, just off I-95. Drive in, stock up, and hit the road with confidence. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
You've lived quite a life. Now, it's time to live it up. We're here to help you enjoy all you've earned. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Maine football's purpose and belief are represented in the One Direction arrow. The arrow is a reminder that it takes all of us working together to be the best. Blackbird Nation, join us as we work in one direction towards victory. One team, one state, one direction.
Welcome back to Coffin Field here at Brewer High School, and there you see the winners in this Class A North semifinal. The Edward Little Red Eddies pull off their second straight upset here in the postseason as they defeat the Brewer Witches 7-4. 7 runs, 17 hits, 3 errors for Edward Little as they pick up the victory and move on. They'll be taking on the Bangor Rams on Tuesday in the Class A North softball regional final. And do you know where they're playing that one, Ernie?
You know, I don't, to be honest with you. I don't have my
Maybe
mind.
Jay Baines can find that out. But in any event, Edward Little Red Eddies moving on. All right, scheduled to be, oh wow, scheduled to be played in Auburn.
I guess the Red Eddies will appreciate that, huh?
Is it CMCC? Yes, CMCC.
Yeah.
Central Maine Community
In Auburn.
College. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, welcome in also to the McDonald's post-game show brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's, one of our great sponsors here on Ticket TV. Locations in Bangor, Union Street, and Main Street, and Brewer on Wilson Street. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark, and the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth as we get the post-game show rolling. This is game number 130 on the Ticket TV schedule, our final broadcast of the 2024-2025 broadcast schedule. And we're going to thank some people here momentarily. But first, we've got to get to our post-game highlights. Our highlights are brought to you by Next Home Experience. Early in the ball game here, Brewer batting.
Oh, that was the ball that got through. I can't see it.
Yeah, that was Jillian Ford with a triple there.
Yeah, okay.
She would not score. That came in the third.
Yep. That was a 2-out triple.
And here's Edward Little batting in the top of the 4th inning. That one got in and got past Paige Oaks in right field, and 3 Red Eddies would score on that double by Elizabeth Galway.
It's a 2-out double by Elizabeth Galway that gave EL a 3-0 lead.
Nice diving catch there by the second baseman for Edward Little.
Kaylee LeBron.
But then the throwing error there by Lobb, allowing a couple of Witches to score, and that would make it 3-2 at that point.
Should have thrown an underhand. Spends all day pitching, throwing an overhand.
Good,
underhand.
Good thought there.
Yeah.
And Edward Little would come back with a run of their own in the top of the 5th inning to make it 4-2. Base hit there by Audrey Lupin. Pardon me, that was not a base hit by Lupin. That was a base hit by Chloe LeBlanc, I believe, to give them the run. Yes, indeed it was. Yep. So 4-2. It was 4-3 with Jordan Williams at the plate, and she goes yard.
2 outs in the bottom of the 6th to tie the game. 1-2 pitch. And we're back to a tie ball game.
Again, Ernie and I are battling our screen here. It's really tough to see with the daylight. And there's going to be a nice play by the catcher Jordan Williams on a pitch down in the dirt. She blocked it, got to the baseball, and threw out the runner at second base.
About Lauren Bolduck at second base there. That was the second out of the inning there. So there was a 1-out base runner in the top of the 7th for EL, but they come up empty.
This is the top of the 8th.
Yeah.
Galloway at the plate with a couple of teammates on. She would drive in one. The second one would score on a throwing error, and then that infield single right there, plating the 7th run of the ball game for the Red Eddies. And this would be your final out. Second baseman LeBrun making the catch, and that would do it in this one. And Edward Little moves on to the regional final with the 7-4 win over the Brewer Witches. All right, Ernie, let's go to your game recap. Game recap is brought to you by Hidden Meadows Golf Course in Old Town, where golf is for everyone.
Yeah, once again, Edward Little, 7 runs on 17 hits and 3 errors. Brewer, 4 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. Leading the way for Edward Little, Elizabeth Galway, their leadoff hitter, went 2 for 5 with a 3-run double in the 4th inning, and then the key hit in the 8th, it was a 1-run single with a 2nd run scoring on a throwing error. That broke the 4-4 tie, gave Edward Little a 6-4 lead, and then Galway came around to score. She actually made it to third base on that play. Single, went to second base on the throw, to third base on the throwing error, and scored 2 outs later on the ground single through the shortstop hole by Cassidy Lobb. Lobb's first hit of the game. Galway with 2 hits, 3 hits for Lauren Bolduc, 3 singles, and she also reached base on an error their 4th time up. So pretty productive day in terms of getting on base for her. Also with 2 hits apiece, Emily Poulin, Lexi Kelsey. I mentioned Bolduc with 3, Chloe LeBlanc with 2, and Nellie Feeney with 2 hits. Again, 17 hits for the Red Eddies. For the Brewer Witches, I mentioned the home run by Jordan Williams, 2 hits for Jillian Ford, and 2 hits for Audrey Lupin. Lupin, 2 hits, a run scored, an RBI, and she reached on base a 3rd time on an infield error for the Witches. Pitching-wise, the win goes to Chloe LeBlanc, who came on in relief after Cassidy Lobb worked the first 4 innings. LeBlanc pitched 4 innings, allowed 2 runs, 1 earned on 2 hits, struck out 5, walked no one, and retired the last 7 batters she faced. And the losing pitcher is Sarah Young from Brewer, who pitched a complete game for the Witches. EL improves to 12-6 on the season, and will face Bangor on Tuesday at, we believe, Central Maine Community College in Auburn, which happens to be where Edward Little is located. Good break for them. And Brewer finishes the season also with a record of 12-6.
All right, congrats to both teams on excellent seasons. I've been watching our Coastal Auto Parts scoreboard there, Ernie, for the latest schedule and scores. Again, some of those scores coming from yesterday. Some programs, ADs moving some games up to Friday. Initially anticipating some weather today, but
was that a final? Penobscot Valley 4,
yes.
Katahdin 2. That was a battle of unbeatens.
Yep.
For in the semifinals.
Don't tell Matt Cunha
last
that.
Day. No, we'll turn the sound down on him. But Penobscot Valley, which has won state titles in soccer and girls basketball already this year, got a chance to hit the Triple Crown, I guess, at least in terms of the regional championship, as they will advance to play next week.
The second annual Ticket Awards coming to Hero Sports Grill and Ticket TV on June 23rd. Broadcast time at 6 o'clock. If you have a ticket to the Ticket Awards, doors will open at 5 p.m. on June 23rd. Fan voting underway at 929theticket.com and on the Ticket app. A lot of the voting has concluded. Right now we have the Ticket TV Play of the Year up there, so go there, watch the highlights, and cast your vote for what you feel is the most outstanding play there that happened on Ticket TV over the course of the entire sports season. We also have the High School Coach of the Year. I believe there are 10 options from various sports there that you can vote on. Also the High School Baseball Player of the Year and the High School Softball Player of the Year. Voting is up and running right now at 929theticket.com. You can also vote using your Ticket app as well. And be on the lookout for ways to get your tickets. The morning roast and the drive this week on Maine Sports Leader 92.9 The Ticket will be giving away tickets to the upcoming Ticket Awards. Looking forward to that as we celebrate all the great student athletes, teams, coaches, communities that we have covered on the Ticket and on Ticket TV over the course of the 2024-25 sports season. And we thank you for your participation in the Ticket Awards for the year 2025. All right, let's continue on here in the McDonald's post-game show, and we'll move now to the McDonald's play of the game, and it came in the top of the 8th inning.
Again, tie game. 0-1 pitch to Galway, the leadoff hitter for EL, and she lines it into right field. And that brings home 1 run, and then the throw in from right field gets away, goes over to the Brewer dugout, and that allowed a 2nd run to score. Made it 6-4 Edward Little. And 2 outs later, actually Brewer got the next 2 outs. 2 outs later, Galway scores on a ground single up the middle, or through the shortstop hole, I should say, by Cassidy Lobb. And that goes as our play of the game. Actually, Galway probably had the top 2 plays of the game because she had a 3-run double in the 4th inning to get EL on the scoreboard at a 3-0 lead. So big day for Galway at key times.
All right, so congrats to Elizabeth for that game-winning RBI right there. Our play of the game brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's. And from the play of the game, we move on to our player of the game. Who's it going to be? Our Hero Sports Grill player of the game.
Yeah. Honorable mention to Chloe LeBlanc coming on in relief in a tight game and giving up a run in the 5th, a run in the 6th, but really settling down. Retired the last 7 batters she faced, including 3 strikeouts, but it's just hard to ignore Galway's 2 hits and the timing of those and the impact of those 2 hits. Double to right field in the 4th inning with the bases loaded and 1 out on an 0-1 pitch, and that drove home 3 runs and gave the Red Eddies the lead. And then in the 8th inning, comes up with nobody out and 2 aboard and hits another 0-1 pitch, this one to right field. Goes for an RBI single and 2nd run scoring on a throwing error. But all in all, 2 for 5 for Galway, the catcher for Edward Little, with a single, a double, and 4 RBIs. And she's going to get the nod as our player of the game.
All right, we've got some youngsters out there running the bases.
I'll tell you what.
Some great speed.
It was very good now, but before that, they were trying to build a pile of sand over by the Brewer dugout, and they all had to go out to the baseline to get sand. Now, there's sand everywhere, but they had to it was all sand from the base paths, and I don't know what the special meaning of that was, but I'm sure they know.
Maybe it's a special sand on the infield.
Yeah, they've probably forgotten by now, but they're having fun.
That's good. All right, want to thank our crew here today for their fine work as we wrap up our broadcast season here on Ticket TV. It has been a long and winding road, many sports, many venues, and just a great crew that we have here on Ticket TV, and it's led by Max Pottle, our producer and director. He also does all the graphics and just kind of leads the way from a technical standpoint as well. Jay Baines, assistant director and scoreboard operator in that trailer that we got going this year.
We got it going and got plenty of airtime here over the last couple of days.
That's right. Yeah. That up last summer. It's been a huge benefit to our operation here on Ticket TV. Our camera operators here today, a couple of veterans, Kim Mitchell and Matt Cunha, doing outstanding work. Ernie Clark, my broadcast partner. And before we sign off here today, I do want to thank a number of other people, especially our sponsors who help us bring you high school sports on Ticket TV over the course of the long season. We basically go from late August to the middle of June each and every year, 130 games this year, and we couldn't do it without our great sponsors. We've mentioned them throughout the game, but some of our gold and diamond sponsors for high school sports on Ticket TV, Greenway Equipment Sales, your local family-owned McDonald's, again, Bangor and Brewer, Next Home Experience, Northeast Driving School, Hero Sports Grill, Levesque Business Solutions, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Darlings Auto Group, Hidden Meadows Golf Course, Dean's Detailing, and we thank all of our sponsors, but those are some of our bigger sponsors here on Ticket TV, again, that allow us to bring you high school sports over the course of the season. And I also want to thank our great team on Ticket TV. A lot of newcomers this year. I don't want to name names because I'm going to leave somebody out, but some newcomers from UTC, Aaron Jackson's course, helping us out this year and doing a great job, and of course all the veterans that we have on the team, but very proud of the team that we have in place here on Ticket TV, and looking forward to the 25-26 season. Also want to thank all of the athletic directors, the coaches, the players, the principals in many cases for their support and hospitality over the course of the long season, and just helping us in every way they can. And of course, Ernie, we've got to thank our viewers for tuning in on Ticket TV. We appreciate your support and spreading the word, and it's been a pleasure to bring the games to all the folks out there watching on Ticket TV. All right, Ernie, we'll see you on the drive, of course, but we'll take a little break here, and we'll get charged up for the next sports season.
I'll have a couple injections to my vocal cords to make sure they still work after taking a break here for a couple of months.
Yeah.
And we'll be back at it in the fall, and had a great season this year, and looking forward to another great one coming up soon.
All right. Thanks to all, and that's going to do it for our final broadcast here in this 24-25 season. Jim Churchill saying good afternoon from Coffin Field, the final in this Class A North softball semifinal. The Edward Little Red Eddies, the number 7 seed, pull off another upset. They defeat Brewer by a final score of 7-4. This has been High School Sports on Ticket TV.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
High School Sports on Ticket TV has been brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street, Bangor, Union Street, Bangor, and Wilson Street, Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Hidden Meadows Golf Course in Old Town, where golf is for everyone. Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center in downtown Bangor. Heroes is the place to be. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. UMaine Athletics. For Black Bear tickets, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-BEAR. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's best driver's education for 56 years. Ticket TV is also brought to you by Darling's Auto Group, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Bangor Mall Cinemas, Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, Doors Equipment Company, Union Street Towing, Pushaw Energy, The Fitch Company, Bennett Auto Center, The Growing Place, Hillside Athletics, UMaine Early College, Bangor Tire Company, Old Town Redemption Center, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Traditions Golf Course, North Star Waste and Recycling, Bar Harbor Hannaford, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Hopkins Energy, Coastal Auto Parts, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Hammond Lumber Company, First National Bank, and Thomas College. High School Sports on Ticket TV is a production of Sportsnet Maine and 92.9 The Ticket.